Alright guys, this is the moment that you're all waiting for with my number one favorite movie of all time and also my number one favorite Disney movie ever. Hi everyone, I'm Timon here, and today, welcome to my epic movie review. And today's epic movie review is going to be my number one favorite movie of all time. And it's a Disney movie that released in 1994, and it was my childhood. And it's going to be the 1994 Lion King movie. This is easily one of the number one best movies of all time. Absolutely my number one favorite movies of all time. Ever in the entire history. Yeah, I watched this long ago when I was born. But yeah, it came down in 1994, released on June 24th in 1994, and a lot of people absolutely loved this movie so much. And it's easily. I gotta get more content so I can get better. So, yeah, guys, this is easily the best Disney movie of all time. This is I already said that, and look what I got. This is the Lion King DVD. This DVD released in 2003, and look at this. Look at this. Here's the front and the spine and the back. So guys, I actually got this on Amazon. It got delivered, and I'll just set it right there. But yeah, there's the poster, the theatrical poster, the main poster of the Lion King 994 is gonna be staying right there too. So guys, before this video starts, I want to say is that I'm almost there for 500 subscribers. If you like this video, give it a like and comment down what's your favorite part. And yeah, if you love this movie, I definitely agree with you. There is also a Disney remake of Lion King, which is released on 2019, July 19th. And most people think it's kind of mean, it's kind of no facial expressions. But I think it was kind of good. I actually enjoyed it, but I still love the 1994 version. So, are you ready for the story? So, let's begin. It all started with the sun. It rose up and said, na da da banya da da dee ba ba. And then the animals are walking to Pride Rock, and then there's King Mufasa and Queen Sarabi, and there's Mufasa's Major Domo, Zazu, like in this DVD, and there's Rafiki holding Simba. But yeah, there's Rafiki, wise old baboon, and then he carried young Simba, Mufasa and Sarabi's son, Simba, and Yeah, and then the guy who's saying Circle of Life, it says it's the Circle of Life, and then it pops up the Lion King logo, and then meanwhile Mufasa's evil brother Scar, more like Poopy Scar, haha, Poopy Scar. Don't tell me Poopy. Shut up, Scar. You're not in the movie. Ah, I am. Whatever. Oh well. Oh yeah, there's Scar right there. He's a loser. And he's holding a mouse in this movie. And then he says, life's not fair, is it? You see, I should never be king. And you should never see another day. I do. Then Zazu came and said, Scar, I'm here to announce that King Mufasa is on his way. And you better have a good excuse for missing the service this morning. And then Scar has a quiver with fear and he's about to eat Zazu. And then Mufasa came up and said, Scar, Sarabi and I didn't see you at the presentation of Simba. And then Scar was so jealous that Simba is going to be king. Scar wants to be king, not Simba. And then at night, Rafiki is painting Rafiki is painting a Simba, like a thing, a lion's moral, and then he says, Simba. And then, next day, Simba woke up Mufasa, and then Mufasa took Simba top of the Pride Rock, and then Mufasa says, look Simba, everything the light touches is our kingdom. And then Simba says, what about that shadowy place right over there? And Mufasa says, that's beyond our bows. You must never go there, Simba. And then when Mufasa took Simba, he's walking with Simba and outside with the antelopes running, and then he says, everything you see sits together in a delicate balance. As king, you need to understand that balance. It is spread all the creatures, from the crawling ant to the leaping antelope. Then when we die, our bodies become the grass, and the antelope eat the grass, and so we are all connected in the great circle of life. And then Zazu came up and do the morning report. And there's also featuring all new song, Morning Report. So yeah, this is the special edition version, but this version is the lyrical version. I'll just put it right there again. And then, Simba just pounced Zazu, and then Zazu got the breaking news, and he said, Sire, hyenas in the Pride Lands! And then Mufasa just ran away and said, Zazu takes him home. And then we got the scene where Simba meets Scar, and then Scar says, he's talking about the elephant graveyard, then he says, only the bravest lions go there. An elephant graveyard is no place for young prince. So Simba is so excited to go to the elephant graveyard, he didn't notice about the elephant graveyard, so he can go. So he wants to go. But what if he didn't listen to his father? That would be a bad idea. Yeah, that would be Scar's fault. It's not my fault. Yes, it is your fault. Shut up. Anyways, and Simba meets his old friend, best friend Nala, and then they're about to go to the water hole, and then they decide to go to the elephant graveyard. And then Simba just sings a song, it's called, I just can't wait to be king. And then they went to the elephant graveyard, and then they saw 3 hyenas, and then the cubs ran away, and then they just found the hyenas found the cubs, and then Mufasa just comes up and fights the hyenas, and then he says, if you ever come near my son again. And then the hyenas ran away, and then Mufasa took Simba and Nala home, and then Mufasa says, you really disobeyed me, Simba. And what's worse, you put Nala in danger. And then Simba says, I'm sorry, Dad, I won't do it again. I was just trying to be brave like you. And then Mufasa forgives Simba, and then Mufasa told Simba about the stars. Look at the stars, the great kings in the past. Look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember, if those kings will always be there to guide you. And so will I. And then meanwhile, Scar is planning the hyenas to get rid of Mufasa and Simba, and then he sings a song like, be prepared. Yeah, the salty and ambitions are bad. Be prepared. Yeah. So they got a song of Be Prepared, and yeah, that was easily one of the best Disney villain songs ever. A lot of people love this song so much. But in the remake, Disney decided to make it really short, and people said, "Oh, come on, we need it longer. We need it longer." And then I was just kind of confused how they're mad about the remake. But yeah, I don't know why people hate this remake. It's because it's lifeless or no facial expressions. But yeah, the 1994 version has facial expressions, but the remake does not have any facial expressions. Oh, put it right there. But the remake does not have any facial expressions. It's just that it's lifeless, and then they got the voice actors of James Earl Jones, and then he was kind of bored. He keeps saying the same lines for like the original, and he just says, "Oh, great, do I have to do this again?" And yeah, like that. So people think that James Earl Jones was kind of bored, but I still like the remake. I think it was fine. But yeah, the next day, Scar took Simba to the gorge, and then he's telling Simba about the surprise, and then Simba says, "Ooh, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it?" And then Scar says, "I can't tell you. Your father, I can't tell you. I'll be back." I'm sorry, I get more content, but oh well. So Scar sends Hyena's dad Stampede for Simba, and then Simba runs from Little Beat Stampede, and then Mufasa is saving Simba, is trying to save Simba, and then Mufasa climbs up the cliff, and then he saw Scar, and he says, "Scar, help me!" And then Scar just calls him Mufasa, just says, "Long live the king." And then he throws him off the cliff. And then Mufasa screams like, "Oh!" And then Simba's nose like, "No!" I'm sorry. I'm trying to do a horrifying no. But yeah, unlike the remake, some people think that the remake was hilariously bad. But like I don't know why. It's because it's kind of funny. I think to me it was kind of funny, but I don't think it was bad. It's just because they don't have any facial expressions, and they got bad reviews in this. No, not this movie. The remake. The remake. I'm sorry, guys. The remake. And yeah, unlike the remake, the remake was okay. Okay, I gotta keep more content. Focus. So when the stampede's over, Simba finds his dad dying, and then Scar tells Simba to run away and never return. And then Simba is chasing, and then the hyenas chased him, and then Simba's falling down with the horns, with those thorns, and then the hyena said, "If you ever come back, we'll kill you!" And that night, Scar told the lionesses that Mufasa is dead, and also Simba, so Scar took over the Pride Lands. And then, the next day, Simba is walking in the desert, dying, and then vultures came up and trying to eat him. But then, suddenly, there's a warthog named Pumbaa and a meerkat named Timon. Just as my name, Timon. And, Timon and Pumbaa saved Simba from the vultures, and then they carried Simba, from the, this water thing. And then they're teaching Simba about Hakuna Matata. It means no worries. Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. And then meanwhile, Scar is eating bones, and then Zazu's stuck in a cage, singing "Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows is my sorrow." And then the hyenas came up to Scar and says, "We got a bone to pick with you. There's no food, no water, and it's dinner time, and we got no tuna trays." And that night, Simba and Timon and Pumbaa are looking up the stars, and then Timon and Pumbaa are talking about gas, and Simba is talking about his memory about his father, and then he said, "Somebody once told me that the great kings of the past were up there, watching all of us." And then the next day, there is those wind flying, and Rafiki just found out that it was Simba. So he painted a lion symbol, and he said, "It is time. He's alive." And then Timon and Pumbaa just sing a song is a wing wet, 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 in one wet. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. And then Pumbaa was trying to eat a bug, and then Nala came up and chases Pumbaa, and then Simba saves Timon and Pumbaa from Nala, and then Simba realized that Nala is his old friend, Nala. So they met each other, and then they were so happy, and then they got a song is, "Can you feel the love tonight?" And then Simba is telling Simba that you must go back to Pride Rock. Scar is taking over the Pride Lands, and then Simba refuses to come back. And then at night, he met Rafiki, the wise old baboon. And then Rafiki saying, "A sunny sign, a squish banana, mean a bone, a sun the sky, squish banana, me," in the tree that he's hanging on the tree. And then Rafiki's telling Simba about Mufasa, Simba's father. Yeah, this is not Rafiki's father. That's Simba's father. And then Simba just found a water pole. Rafiki showed Simba a water pole, and then he says, "Look closer. You see, he lives in you." And then Simba saw the sky, and then Mufasa appeared, and he said, "Simba, you must take your place in the circle of life." And Simba decided to listen, and he comes back to challenge Scar. And then at early night, Timon and Pumbaa are sleeping, and then Nala said, "Hey, wake up. Have you seen Simba?" And then Rafiki says, "You won't find him here. The king has returned." And then Simba is coming back to Pride Rock to face Scar. And then Nala, Timon, and Pumbaa joined with him too. So Simba is snugging up to Scar, and then Simba said, "The choice is yours, Scar. Either step down or fight." And then Scar says, "Must all end in violence. I hate to be responsible for the death of the family member. Moonjiggly, Simba." And then all the lionesses came to face Scar. And then Scar said it was Simba's fault. He killed his father. But yeah, Scar is absolutely lying. I just saw Scar right there. He's looking at me. He's really mad. So get out of here, Scar. Fine. Alright, and then Simba is walking back, and then Scar's walking forward to him, and he says, "Oh, Simba, you're in trouble again, but this time Daddy isn't here to save you, and now everyone knows why." And then fire appeared, and lightning striking, like boom, boom, boom. And then Scar comes to Simba, and then he grab his hands, and he says, "Here's my little secret. I killed Mufasa." And then Simba just noticed that Scar killed his brother. He killed Mufasa, not Simba. Are you lying? You stupid. Yeah, I know. Scar is such an idiot in this movie. Hey, don't call me an idiot. Shut up, Scar. Alright. And then all the lionesses and hyenas came here to fight. And then Timon and Pumbaa are fighting hyenas too. And then Simba is about to fight Scar. And then Simba sent Scar flying up the cliff. And then Scar got eaten by the hyenas. Because Scar just called hyenas an enemy. That's all they did. And remember that Scar says, "Run away, Simba. Run and never return." Simba just said it too. Run away, Scar, and never return. And then rain appeared and just melt down the fire. And then Simba became king, and he roared like this. Roar! No, actually he just roared like a lion, not my roar, like roar. But yeah, he just roared like roar. But yeah. And they got a new cub. Simba and Nala got a new cub named probably Kiara, or I don't know. And then Rafiki just held up Simba, and the animals cheered, and then that's the end. That's the end of the Lion King. But yeah, I'm sorry I was losing content. but yeah, I'm high. I'm honest. I'm just honest. But oh well. Yeah, at least I'll do better. But anyways, guys, this movie is absolutely my number one favorite ultimate movie of all time. El ultimate best. Same with Mufasa the Lion King, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. There's also going to be a Mario Galaxy movie. I'm so excited. My Little Pony Tell You Tell, the Tigger movie, Sonic X, The Lion King 1.5, the Lion King remake. Hold on, let me tell you some parts about the Lion King remake. There are some 3 scenes that you'll know about. First, Mufasa, there's the part of Mufasa climbing up, this is the same part, and then he comes up to Scar and he says, Scar, help me! And he wants help, but then Scar just calls him Mufasa and just says, long live the king! And he slaps him off the cliff, and then Mufasa screams like, ah! And then Simba's, no, I already said the no, but yeah, he says no, and yeah, and then there's a second part of Timon and Pumbaa, that they're teaching Simba about Timon and Pumbaa, and then Pumbaa says, every time that I fart, hey, you will stop me? No, I'm not, you disgust me. Timon said, no, I'm not, you disgust me. But in the original version, Pumbaa said, every time, and then Timon paused Pumbaa's mouth, and he says, hey, Pumbaa, not from the kids. Oh, sorry. And then the part of, wee bum bum away. All the animals are singing with Timon and Pumbaa in the remake, and then I'm glad that Timon gets to sing. I'm Timon, yeah, and this one's Timon, yeah. They're glad. I'm so glad that I get to sing in the movie. But anyways, guys, this ultimate movie is my number one favorite movie. I already said that, but this time, I'm absolutely going to give this a absolutely 100 out of 10. This is easily my number one favorite movie ever. Oh, there you go, guys. And that wraps up for my review of The Lion King 1994. What's your thoughts about this movie? Please hit the channel and also comment down below. What is your number one favorite movie of all time? Let me guess it. Is it The Lion King, or is it Mufasa the Lion King, or the Super Mario Bros. Movie? I know the Mario Galaxy movie is gonna be cool. I'm so excited. I'm absolutely gonna be so excited. But yeah, guys, hit the channel, like, subscribe, and also turn on notifications. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching my epic movie review.